Your hair should never feel greasy or weighed down or be hard and slick and crunchy. It's okay for some styles, but you don't want that to be your everyday environment for your hair. It makes it hard to develop an environment for growth, for the things that you are trying to put into your hair to make it flourish. Hey beautiful people, it's V. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here and you like today's content, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and make sure you hit the little notification bell so you can get an alert each time I have an upload. Today we are going to be discussing 5 natural hair trends that are ruining your hair. So YouTube University, as I call it, and Google and natural hair blogs always have been a part of the natural hair journey. Whether you have used Google and YouTube in the beginning, the middle, the end, a style inspiration, a how-to, whatever, we have all tapped into online sources to help us through our natural hair journey and learn what does and does not work for our hair. The only issue with that is that typically when YouTubers share products or how to, some of these things come from other sources like Google and YouTube. I have never heard a YouTuber or Google or a blog post say my professional hairstylist recommends that I fill in the blank. So when we are following these trends and different things that other people, other consumers out here are showing us to do, sometimes it only works for their hair or their hair type, and there's no way that the person behind the camera or behind the blog post can let you know whether it will truly work for your hair or not. And with that being said, each time we purchase a product or we try a new technique that wasn't recommended by our hairstylist who knows how our hair is, we risk it working for our hair or not working for our hair. And we also risk it further damaging our hair more than we risk or we walk into repairing our hair. So I just wanted to share with you guys 5 trends that I've witnessed over the years being a professional hairstylist, working with textured and chemical-free hair mostly, that I've witnessed over the years kind of, you know, take us a step or 2 or 5 or 10 away from the healthier hair that we are all striving to have. Natural hair trend number 1. I'm pretty sure if you haven't heard about this, I mean, if you're natural, you heard about the l.o.c method. I know you've heard about the l.o.c method, even if you've never done it before. l.o.c is an acronym that stands for liquid, oil, and cream. Now, when I say the l.o.c method is a technique that I don't recommend, I'm referring to the technique where you use one spray bottle and you have your liquid, your oil, and your cream inside the one spray bottle. And typically when that liquid is water. So that's what I'm referring to when I say the l.o.c method. So the l.o.c method was designed to help hair maintain or retain and hold on to moisture and lock in moisture. But again, let's go back to the water situation. So l.o.c, if we have one spray bottle and we have a liquid, a oil, and a cream, I'm gonna say the liquid is water. We got water, oil, and cream. Now we all know, we just take the cream out, water and oil, we know, do not mix. So with that being said, if I have a spray bottle that has water and oil in it, even if it does have a cream, if I have a spray bottle that has water and oil in it, how do I know what portion of the mixture I'm getting per spray? You can't really tell, you can't really control if you're getting the water or the oil. But what you do know is you're not getting them both together, because why? Oil and water do not mix. Water is great for hydrating and cleansing the hair, cleansing our skin, but I don't recommend water being a daily styling or maintenance technique. Water actually alters your natural hair's pH level, and if our hair dries with an unbalanced pH level, it's more brittle, the cuticle layer is more roughed up, and it's more prone to being weaker and more prone to being damaged. A whole lot easier to be damaged when the hair is off balance. Okay, natural hair trend number 2, co-washing. Co-washing I hear about all the time. Oh no, I don't use shampoo on my hair because it make my hair dry. Oh no, I'm gonna use conditioner only. I only shampoo once a month. Let me tell you, honey, sweetheart, boo, your hair is not getting clean with conditioner alone. Sorry to say. Conditioner actually is adding more dirt and buildup on top of your already dirt and buildup, because conditioner is not formulated with soaps or detergents, and that's what actually attaches to dirt and oil to remove it from your hair. So if you are not using anything that attaches to something to pull it out of your hair, you ain't getting it out, boo. You ain't getting it out. Instead, you need to just opt for a moisturizing shampoo, and then of course follow behind with your conditioner. Rinse that out with cool water to seal in the moisturizing agents from the conditioner, and that will help maintain that moisture. Whenever we're using these shampoos, a lot of the shampoos that we can get from our local beauty supply store, Walmart or Target, sometimes they are misformulated, and not only do they take out the bad oil, they take out all the good oils as well, and it can leave our hair squeaky clean and stripped of things, and we don't always need to do that or always want to do that. So I understand why someone who didn't understand the difference between just regular shampoo or how to find moisturizing shampoos, I could see how they would think, well, let me just not use shampoo and just use water and conditioner and do it. But no, ma'am. Let's get us a moisturizing shampoo, and that will help kill two birds with one stone. Speaking of washing the hair, this takes us right on into natural hair trend number 3, and that's weekly wash days. Let me tell y'all, my hair is not bra strap length or anything like that, but it is 4C, it is tight. It's you know, it take a little time, and washing weekly, you don't even have to put yourself through all the time and the struggles and everything that it takes for a wash day every week. Shampooing the hair or washing the hair or even wetting the hair with water on a daily basis is not good, because like I just mentioned before, and when I talked about the l.o.c method, water alters your hair's natural pH. And so what that means for our hair is that our scalp has our sebaceous glands, and our sebaceous glands produce the oil, our sebum, that our hair needs. Our body, just like, you know, our body knows what it needs, and it produces the amount for us. The whole journey and job for those natural oils that are produced at our scalp is to try to travel from roots to ends. Us having curly hair, those curls and kinks and waves, those are just like little speed bumps on that whole little trip our oil is trying to take. So each time we alter our hair's pH, each time we wet it and different things like that with water, we start that whole journey over. So you can imagine, the longer your hair is, the tougher job your oils have penetrating, and each time we start it over, your oils may not have reached anything but maybe this much of your root. If you got hair that's down here and only this much of your hair is being lubricated by your natural oils, you can imagine why ends split faster, why the curls aren't as curly on the ends as they are on the inside, and different things like that. So my rule of thumb is, you know, you can actually go longer than 2 weeks, but at least once every 2 weeks is when you can shampoo. And if you are using products, if you feel like, well, no, my hair be stinking by then, or it be greasy and oily, we need to talk about a whole nother thing and kind of reshift your product regimen, because there are products out there that you can use daily. You can layer them, you can switch up your styles with them, and not be left with over buildup of product on the hair that makes you feel like, oh man, I have to wash it, it's gonna stink, it's gonna hold smells. Instead, you want your hair to feel balanced. So you don't want to have to be able to touch it and then you can oil the rest of your whole body just from one touch. That's too much. That just cannot penetrate the hair shaft. It just can't. Natural hair trend number 4. Y'all gonna probably be like, what? Yeah, so the pineapple, please, I am asking for you and your edges. Please give a break. Now, pineapple is not bad to wear for a temporary style, but let me tell you when it gets bad, see, I know how y'all do. Y'all come in the shop doing this. Y'all will have a pineapple up for 2 weeks, maybe 1.5 weeks. And when you wear that pineapple, you slick it, you get your baby hair, you do all your little stuff, slick it up, put it to the top of your head, put a little product up here just to make it look like something. We pull it and we go. When we come home, we take that scarf off, put a bonnet on top of the shaped molded put. We don't comb it through, we don't make sure we get, come on now. Your hair can't survive like that. It cannot. So what I'm saying is a pineapple for a style, cute curly puff going to the top isn't bad, but it's when we wear it too long that starts to take us into a place where our hair isn't gonna be able to thrive as well. So for one, the pineapple typically causes over manipulation on the edges, because when we wearing it for multiple days at a time and it's doing what it needs to do, child, we ain't finna take all that all the way down. We gonna put a little some on them edges, you know, a little water, like, you know, a little water, ain't it water? Spray some water, get us a brush, get some gel, and we just gonna maintain the outside. And what that causes is it starts to make our edges finer, makes them thin out sometimes just from the brushing and the overlayering of product, and also from the tension of being pulled up. Another thing that happens with the pineapple is that if you are handling your pineapple the way I described, I ain't judging, we just gotta do better moving forward after this video, because when you know better, you do better, right? The middle part doesn't get the love and attention that it needs. When we leave our hair up for a week or two, or a week and a half in a pineapple, again, we normally focus on the outside. So the hair in the middle, it doesn't get proper moisturization, it doesn't get proper separation, it doesn't get proper detangling. And so typically what that can cause is the hair in the middle over time becomes tighter, it becomes less manageable, and it also starts to break because it's not able to get the love and separation that it needs so those natural oils can flow around like they need to. And one last thing that the pineapple does to our hair that's not so great is it doesn't allow for our hair that is supposed to shed daily. We are supposed to shed about 100 hairs or so a day. The hair that is shedding cannot fall because it's all kind of falling off but going into the puff. So not until we're able to finally take the puff down and detangle it from roots to ends is when the hair that has shed it off can actually fall. So then we look at the comb, we're like, oh Lord, my hair breaking out, my this, my that. No, it just didn't have an opportunity to be separated and combed out accurately. And now that it has, all the extra hair is starting to fall out. So just get a puff 3 days and redo it. Take it down, comb it out. That's all I'm saying. Last but definitely not least, it needs to be gone out of, you know, we gone. Okay. The last natural hair trend that is possibly ruining your hair that I see a lot is using unprocessed oils. And what I mean by that, I'm talking about your coconut oil, I'm talking about your shea butter, oils that are typically hard, where we have to warm it up with our body temperature before we can actually use it. I'm talking about those oils. Those are the oils I'm talking about. Using those oils on our hair is not the best. Oils like coconut oil and shea butter in their raw form can actually cause a protein buildup on the hair shaft, and what this does is acts like a barrier between your hair shaft and any other moisturizing agent that we are trying to get in. So if we are trying to use a great oil like argan oil or marula oil on the hair, or we're trying to actually penetrate the hair shaft, let's say we want to do color, different things like that we want to do, that we need our hair open and available to penetrate, coconut oils and shea butters block that. So actually it makes it harder for our hair to even receive moisture over time because the hair shaft is coated, or it can have a buildup of protein over it. So over time this can make the hair more dry, more stiff, and more brittle than it was beforehand. So my recommendation for that is you want to use oils that are already liquid at room temp. Again, I think argan oil is a good oil, but my favorite type of oil to use is marula oil. Y'all know I love, if you come to the salon, I love marula oil. It's awesome. I'm gonna leave a link in the description box for that as well. It's an amazing oil that you can use for a lot of different things, more than just for your hair. You can use it on your skin, you can use it as a treatment, a pre-poo, just so many different things. So I'm gonna leave the link to the marula oil in the box, but ultimately you want to use oils that are already liquid at room temp. Using oils that are liquid at room temp assists your natural oils in that whole journey that they're trying to take to get from roots to ends. So yeah guys, I hope you guys learned a little bit that you can take away from this video. If you enjoyed this video, or if you have a naturalista, best friend, cousin, sister, uncle, brother that you know uses these techniques, and y'all talk about y'all's hair journey all the time, feel free to share this video with them. When we know better, we do better. And you will definitely notice a difference in how your hair responds if you kind of just change up a few of these things. If you've been doing any of these 5, we ain't judging. We're just saying now you have different education, different knowledge from a professional hairstylist. It's not just recommended by somebody who's going out here and buying products just like you and seeing if it works. Okay, because that's typically what happens. It's coming from a professional who works with texture hair all the time. Feel free to share this video, tag them in the comments, whatever you want to do. And again, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys next upload.